She say that she a wanderlust, but she ain't seen the world so much to do at 21. You feel invincible, so hard to find someone to trust. She's still a daddy's girl, she wanna be an actress and a singer like Selena. And she a movie buff, but she ain't seen breakfast.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we are in Snowdonia. So for people who don't know, that is North Wales area. The reason why we're here is because we've got the Bentley Bentayga W12 edition with an Krapovich exhaust, the whole lot. It's basically a brand new car given to me by HRM Bentley to test out because I'm thinking about buying a Bentayga. What better place to bring it to than Snowdonia with the amazing roads, the amazing scenery, the amazing view, and I would like to say amazing weather, but not really. We're going to cover in this video the 5 things that I love about this car and the 5 things I hate about it because I've had a long drive up from London. I'm going to drive a little bit more. I should probably get out of the way of the road because I can hear a car coming, so let's go. So one good thing about this car is its off-roading capability, or at least I'm about to find out. However, I'm not sure if this is actually one of my 5 good things about the car. This is probably one of my 5 things that I hate about it, because with the price of this car, how much money it costs if I scratch this or break something, I'm not sure if I'll be comfortable taking it off-road. I know it's definitely got the capability. Let's have a go up this road, see how it goes. Shit. So we've just come down the path. What I was thinking before is basically true. This is definitely a negative about the car. I do not want to be taking a car of this value off-road. You're just constantly driving it and wondering whether you think that it's going to hit something. Luckily I didn't. Compared to the Range Rover, which obviously I had before, I have no problem taking that off-road. Got big profile on the tyres as well, so no issues. Yeah, not really good. Right, so first good thing about this car, the looks. I know this is going to be controversial because a lot of people are going to say, oh, it looks like a big taxi or it looks like something like that. I love the looks of this car. Being the lighting, the detail that they've gone into to make that look good. I've been to the factory, you've seen that video already, and I've seen how much time and effort it takes to build one of these cars. I can really appreciate the looks. It is really substantial on the road, so it's got a real presence to it. And honestly, when you're driving it around, people turn their heads. A lot of people are wondering what it is as well. They can kind of see it's a Bentley just because of the logo, but it's something that they haven't seen before because not many of these cars are on the road. It's a real plus point. And just generally going around and looking at the car, you've got amazing looking options on the wheels. These are quite nice, but I think I might prefer the other ones, and also blacked out. You've got this kind of chrome going around this car, which looks so good. You can have a black line kit, which I mentioned, which I think is like 17 grand, but personally I think I would just wrap it because that's what I'm going to do. Little details here again, you know, kind of like the Bentley logo here just put into these side air vents, which looks really cool. The lights on this car, the front grille, everything, I think it looks so mean and so, maybe not in the chrome, maybe it doesn't look as mean in the chrome, but when you've got the kind of black front grille, like the diesel that I had, it's really windy out here, so excuse that. I really love the looks of this car. I think, thumbs up for that one. But, and here comes the first negative, this car is huge. Honestly, it is not practical at all. I can't even compare it to the Range Rover in that sense. I cannot take this thing to Tesco. Try parking this in a parking space, the whole front end is sticking out. Another good thing about this car is how comfortable it is. Probably the best thing about this car. You just drop it into comfort mode down here, and honestly it's like you're sitting on like you're on a wave or like a boat. So as you go down over these kind of crests here on the road, it just floats, and it's got an adaptive suspension system. So even when you corner, it'll start to raise one side to essentially compensate so you don't fall over to one side. It'll lift you up so that you don't have that kind of issue. It is so comfortable, and honestly one of the strongest reasons I'll probably buy this car. The seats themselves, and I've seen this in the factory, what they're made of, not only do they have this fantastic, amazing massaging function, but at the same time, it's actually really fitted, so it still feels like you've got some sort of a racing seat going on. And when you switch on the car, it actually tightens around you, so it fits to your body. So comfortable. So as you can hear, it sounds pretty good. Now I have mentioned this has got an Akrapovic or Akrapovic, whatever you want to call it, exhaust on it. So is that really a good thing? Personally, no. I know I had the SVR before, it was really loud, it was cool, but I've got the other cars for that, so I don't really need it in this one. You can't deny it sounds good, but negative for me. Another good thing about this car, well maybe not this car in particular because this is the W12 version, but the V8 diesel, the one I think I would like to get, is so good on fuel. When you fill up the tank, you can do 1,000 kilometers or 600 miles roughly. Here in the UK, a full tank's roughly about 90 pounds, compared to the SVR that I had before was about 90 pounds on a full tank, and it would only give me about 200 miles. So one thing I really love about it is the fuel economy. While I love the interior of this car and it is comfortable and it's amazing, there's one thing that really bugs me, and that's the buttons. There's too much going on. So many buttons on the steering wheel, and here I think I counted there's something like 16 buttons just in this section alone, and these are buttons here as well. Sometimes it's just a little bit too busy. I think it's a beautiful interior, it's nice. Yes, each button does have a function, so it's not like it's just pointless or anything. Personally prefer a little bit more clarity and less clutter going around. So for me, that's gonna have to be a negative. So another great thing about this car, and another one of my good points, is the exclusivity. This car, Bentley, the heritage behind it, the amazing history of the car, which of course I found out about at the factory. This thing is super exclusive. There's not many of them on the road. You do get that whole Bentley feel, that you're part of a little bit of a family, because again, there's not that many cars out there. So I love it. But, and again, it leads me into one of the negatives, depreciation. These cars range in price. So we're talking about the V8 diesel version, around about a kind of 135,000, 140,000, and you have to spec them on top, which takes you to about 160, 170, if not more, pounds, of course, we're talking here. But the W12 is a lot more expensive. It's about 25,000 pounds more, and then of course the options and stuff. So things like the adaptive ride, that's about 3,500 pounds. There's a travel pack or something like that it's called, which is about 6,000 something. It gives you things like the night vision and other cool little bits that you need in the car. But this depreciation is quite a lot. So you can see on the market that after they've been used for about a year or so, do lose quite a bit just having driven it away and not driven it that much. So got to see, do you want the exclusivity, and then weighs up with the depreciation? Take your pick. So another thing I really like about this car is the performance. Honestly, I'm shocked. Yes, the W12 is a petrol version and it's fast as hell, and when you chuck it into sport mode it goes even faster. But the V8 diesel is the one that I'm really impressed with, so I obviously played with that one before I had this. Just to give you kind of an idea of figures, the SVR is a ridiculously fast car. I think the 0 to 60 on it is about 4.2, 4.4 seconds. This car is about 0.4 seconds off the SVR, and that's a V8 diesel as well. There's hardly any difference. It's honestly amazing. Let's just chuck it into sport, and again with this one it opens the exhaust, and you feel that pullback. It's already at 60 miles an hour, which is the speed limit for the road. But again, because I talked about the comfortability as well, how it just rides through, it feels like it manages the power. And I said it the same with the SVR. These cars, it just feels like they shouldn't be doing that kind of speed. It feels like the car's so heavy and it's going to roll over. But with the adaptive suspension on this one and the magic witchcraft that's taking place, I have no idea what it is. I'm loving it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Honestly, it was real good fun filming. I really enjoyed it. Snowdonia is so beautiful. I've definitely got to bring the other cars here as well, get some more drone footage. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, do all the other bits. Please, more importantly, tell me, what do you think? Should I buy this car or not? I think I may have made up my decision, but I'm interested to hear what you guys are going to say. See you on the next video.